Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you're somebody who's new to this channel and you love WWE content, this is the place for you. Please subscribe to this channel if you want more WWE content. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But if you do, this is the place for you. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the things that went down on Smackdown that I want to touch on. But first, my friends, it is good to see you here on this channel. I've missed you. So we got to say it. You know, the Smackdown's in Barcelona. They're doing their European tour. And speaking of that, for the next 3 Mondays, Monday Night Raw is going to be on. It's going to be live on, at least for my time zone. It's going to be when I'm at work. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be watching Raw at night. I'm going to be watching it while I'm, like, getting ready to leave for the day from work. That's going to be pretty wild to me. I don't know if I don't hate it because it's new and it's different, and you know, it might be kind of cool to try to check it out while I'm working, but at the same time, like, when Monday night comes for the next 3 weeks, it's like, what am I going to be doing? I'm so used to be watching Monday Night Raw every single night at 8 p.m. my time, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 3 Mondays. So like I said, SmackDown's in Barcelona. LA Knight kicks off the show. The brand new United States champion, comes out and he cuts a promo saying that the title is back where it belongs with him. And then Jimmy Uso, of all people, interrupts, comes out, talking about how he wants a title shot at this. And then Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga come out. And Solo, I thought he was going to say that he deserves a title shot, but that is not what we get here. Solo Sikoa says if anybody deserves a United States Championship shot, it's Jacob Fatu. And I thought that was very strange, but it fits. It goes along with what's going on here. Solo is so desperately trying to win Jacob Fatu's love that it's comical to see. I like this new spin on the Solo thing. See, this is another reason why I don't think it would work for Solo to be part of The Rock's and John Cena's team right now. Solo is just on a different level, and it's not at the same height as Cena and The Rock, and I don't think we should put him there because then I think he's going to look very out of place. It's going to be hard to take him serious when the way he's being booked now, the way he's looking now, the way he looks like he's actually trying to, he's playing second fiddle to Fatu. It's not a good look for Solo right now in that aspect. I don't think it'd be right to put him in that faction. So let's just focus on Solo and Fatu together. I still think they're going to have a match at WrestleMania, but we're getting closer to WrestleMania now, a few weeks away, maybe a month away, whatever it is, and they still haven't had that little moment where they're going to face each other yet. So maybe they're not going to do it. I'm still going to stick with it. I'm still going to say that's what's going to happen, but we'll see where they go. We're going to skip around, of course, because, you know, I don't think every single little thing that happened on SmackDown is worth talking about, but one thing I do want to get into is the Jade interview. We have not spoken since the whole Naomi admitted to attacking Jade thing. I still think that Bianca is in on it. I'm not going to lie. I still think Bianca has something to do with Jade getting attacked. But that's a different video for a different day. I will come out and talk about that one. But for right now, Jade is being interviewed by Kathy Kelly. She talks about how can she trust anybody. One thing I thought was very interesting, and it kind of clicked in my head a little bit. Jade mentions that the last thing she remembers was she was attacked from behind, and everything went dark. And she said that when she regained consciousness, when she looked up, all she remembers is seeing Naomi run away. So that doesn't actually necessarily mean that Naomi was the only one who did it. Now, you can argue that she was because last week Naomi admitted that she attacked her and she didn't say, oh, it was me and so-and-so or me and this person. She kind of just said it was me. But I still think there's little crumbs here and it's all, we don't have the whole picture yet. So I'm going to wait and see what happens with it, but I still don't think it was just Naomi. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, the big thing I wanted to talk about, is during this interview, Liv Morgan and Raquel come walking it from out of picture, talking all this smack to Jade, mocking her, making fun of her, and Jade gets mad. They start snapping at one another, and I just found it weird because if you go back to Elimination Chamber, Liv Morgan was petrified of Jade. She wanted no business with Jade. And here, it's she's kind of just antagonizing her. And I'm like, why is she so brave now? It could be because Raquel's with her. I don't know. But Liv is mad because Liv has been taking the fall. She's been getting accused for the past few weeks that she's the one that attacked Jade. And so that's where that's going. But I guess next week we get Jade versus Liv on SmackDown. So that's a solid match. I'm here for that. Another interesting thing I wanted to talk about on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre had a nice little backstage vignette / promo type deal where he kind of mentioned several times now where he was either like screwed out of a match, he was done wrong, and every time he was screwed out of a match, it was Damian Priest was always there to capitalize and get the win or sneak a victory or steal a victory or whatever. I thought this was actually pretty good storytelling here. As much as I really don't have that much of an interest in Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, the video package they put together where the failed cash in or getting cashed in on, and then Drew's failed cash in, the Royal Rumble, all of those connected where Priest was there for that. So that in that degree, it's cool and it makes sense, and it's a nice job by WWE, but it looks like we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania, and I'm a little let down about that, honestly. Drew McIntyre has been one of the biggest stars in the company for the longest time now, for a couple of years now, 2 or 3 years. He's been putting in amazing work, amazing promos, amazing stories, and to see him just have a match with Damian Priest feels a little bit like it's a little bit of a letdown. Especially me, like I like Priest, he's cool, but I'm not like crazy about Priest. I don't not like him, but I don't really love him either. I know I've mentioned that on this channel before, and I just wanted something bigger for Drew McIntyre. That's all. 2 big vignettes. Teases were played tonight on Smackdown. There is one which definitely looks like Rey Fenix to me, and I'm interested why they would put it on Smackdown, this vignette. Are they going to bring in Rey Fenix and they're going to put him on Smackdown while Penta stays on Raw? Or are they going to air these vignettes also on Raw where it's like, okay, maybe he'll show up on Raw and team up with Penta? I've mentioned it before. I thought it'd be really cool if that was who Chad Gable brought in as the luchador of the Dark Arts and have Phoenix versus Penta. That would be pretty cool. I actually even thought last Monday night on Raw when Gable came out and he was through the crowd and he did the gracias and he left with the mask on. That's clearly him. But when we did the backstage interview, he was being interviewed, and in the background, you saw somebody in that same mask and the same everything that Gable was wearing. I'm thinking, what if that guy was Phoenix, and he's been here already, and Gable is being interviewed, but Phoenix is in the background, and WWE kind of wants to, like, kind of play us a little bit here with that. Maybe it was Phoenix. Obviously, the one that actually, got involved in the match was Gable, but the one backstage, it looked like it could pass as Phoenix. I'm just saying. Maybe it's that, or maybe Phoenix just goes to SmackDown. Either way, I'm happy he's here. It seems like he's here. All signs point to that. And then the other teaser. It only showed on number 4 with a bunch of smoke surrounding it, but I have to believe that this is Aleister Black. That same smoke, the black and white smoke here, that's Aleister Black all day. I've seen people say that maybe it's him because 4 years ago he got released. Maybe that's the way number 4 is there. I haven't fact-checked that. I don't know if it has been 4 years. It sounds right. I would have to go check. Maybe it's Aleister Black. Maybe that number 4 means that. Maybe it means in 4 days he'll show up. Maybe it means in 4 weeks he'll show up. Maybe it means in April he'll show up, the 4th month of the year. Who knows? There is a number 4 there. We're going to have to figure out what that is, and we're going to have to wait to see what that is, but I feel like it's Aleister Black. Short and sweet promo here from Cody Rhodes. He's on Miz TV. He actually gets into an altercation with Miz, and that's not the biggest thing about it. He gets on the mic, and Cody Rhodes says, the only person I want to talk to, I don't want to talk to anybody else unless your name is John Cena. And he basically calls out John Cena for next week on Raw, which if you've paid attention to WWE's advertising and all their promos and releasing the merch for next week, they have John Cena merch specifically for the country that they're in next week. So he's going to be there on Monday Night Raw. Get ready to see Cena and Cody on Raw. I think that's going to be exciting. I wish I was live streaming that so we could all watch it and go through it together, but I won't be, but I definitely will be covering it after the fact. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Cody says that, drops the mic, gets out of the ring, and that's that. Cody is ready. Cody is ready for Cena. He's calling him out for Raw next week. He will see him next week on Raw, so I'm pretty hype about that. And the final big thing I want to talk about here is the main event. The Tag Team Championships on the line, DIY versus Street Profits. The Profits come away with the win here. I could not be happier. I am so happy the Profits won this match. I love DIY, but man, the Profits needed this. They've been chasing these tag team titles for a long time. They've gone through some character development and some changes. They've teased heel runs. I like this. I love the backstage promos and vignettes these guys have been doing lately. I've been saying air these things on SmackDown because some of it has been on their own social media and it's looked fantastic. I say, keep these up, keep these backstage vignettes, these promos up because they look great. They're done nicely. Dawkins has looked like has come through for me, man. He actually looks like a star. Like a lot of people wrote him off, said that whenever they break up, Montez would be the solo guy and he would have the great career and Dawkins would be released. I actually think Dawkins has a fair shot here of surviving as a solo star if he can be like this. He has done fantastic. So I'm happy for the Profits. I kind of want them to go full heel here. I want them to have a different song. I want them to do less dancing and solo cups. I want them to be a serious act because, man, these dudes can bring it. All right, my friends, that is all for this SmackDown review. I appreciate all of you, as always. I really do. This channel is actually really growing lately, and I really do appreciate that, and I'm happy for that because this is what I've wanted. I want this to be a place where we can get a bunch of wrestling fans that could all talk to each other about the shows we watch and the ones we're about to watch, all that kind of stuff. So I love you guys. As corny as that sounds, I appreciate all of you. Please like this video if you haven't yet. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. It's a great community here. Everybody here is freaking awesome. I'm telling you right now. Everybody here is great, and we'll be back with more videos, of course. And until we yeet again, my friends, have a good rest of your weekend. I will see you on the next video, and as always, stay bitter.